Good evening, everyone. What is going on? Wednesday night, we are back. It is the Elswick E-Sports Rising Star Series. Only 2 races left, and we are going to be crowning a champion. But before we get there, these drivers here tonight have got a fun one. Nice little summer afternoon race here. 84 degrees outside. Track temp just over 100 degrees. We have got 75 laps at Michigan. We're going to see some drivers here having to work the throttle management, work some tire savings, see what they can do in the draft, get out of that dirty air. But it is going to be a fun one. And then after tonight, next week, it is the championship race at Rockingham. And it is still a close battle. A lot of things can still happen here with some drivers. I think all but just a handful of the playoff drivers are here tonight to continue their championship run. But as we pull up our points coming into tonight, regular season's points champion after last week has moved back to the top of the back to the top of the leaderboard, and that is Joey Sainz. As he is coming across, and he has got a 5,013 points. We're going to say 113 points. He's got a 1-point lead over Matthew Croak in second, and then we head to third, and it is Larry Brunner with 510, David Gainforth at 109. I'm getting these points all messed up, but you can see it is still very close, very tight in the points battles. But Joey Sainz is going to come in tonight, the points leader, and looking to extend that lead into next week and build a cushion and possibly bring home a championship. All right, we're back. Mike, yesterday's broadcasters who didn't have audio were trying to tell me they don't have audio on me, and so I was distracted there for a minute. But we're going to have a fun one here tonight. People messing with me. Oh, their volume was low. What a bunch of rookies out there. I tell you what. 10 races into the season. But it is a fun one. Right now, we are 14 drivers strong. Let's see who we got out on the track. Craig Schroeder is coming out currently 5th on the timing board. So there you can see drivers highlighted in purple. Those are the playoff drivers looking to continue their playoff run. Let's take another look at our points, though. I don't feel we did that too much service here. So Joey Sainz has a 1-point lead over Matt Croak coming into tonight. 2 points out, or 3 points from the lead, is Larry Brunner. So that is a very tight group. But you can also see David Gainforth there is right there. He is only 4 points out from the lead. Connor Dudek is only 8 points out. So it's real close. Even Nathan Dufton only 12 points back. So picking up a win here tonight can really shake things up. But with one race left, I think that just pretty much seals the deal. Nobody's going to bring home a championship tonight. Next week will be an official championship race. Winner take all, essentially, in the points most likely. But 75 laps tonight under the sun. We are thinking a fuel run is somewhere in the middle. Is Kyle's back up joining me. Kyle, where do we guess in that fuel run? We're taking bets. I'm going to go with 27.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to do the Price is Right thing. I'm going to do 28 to 30.
Okay, so I don't know what Price is Right is like in Canada, but you don't get to pick like a range of numbers.
Yeah, but you see, I write the rules for the series, so I can do what I want.
Well, we've learned this just on the fly. So we think so. Even at that, then, Kyle, let's say we stay clean in green, which hopefully we do here. Michigan does sometimes put up some great racing. It is kind of a self-cleaning track if you get in that backstretch because you can go down to that wall and stay off the racing surface. But if we stay clean and green, both of our pit strategies say you got to pit twice.
Yep, that was the plan. You got to pit twice here. And tires...
It was not the plan. You're going to luck into that.
It was 100% the plan. No, and tires here mean a hell of a lot. It's worth about probably a second and a half.
So that would be an interesting thing to see here is if the fuel. So let's say you're one of these drivers. Let's use Joey and Sean Tosh, right? So two different teammates, obviously running for some. Joey's in the championship. Matt is not love to play spoiler. Let's say Joey's out, 2-second lead. It's kind of gapped, and you're Matt. Do you run all the way to the empty, or do you essentially try to do that road course? Do you undercut if you feel you can make it the rest of the way and come in early and get some tires?
It depends on how you feel about your tire saving. You know, this track, if you run out and you try to blitz off 2-3 laps and try to get ahead of the field, you're just going to pay for it at the end of the run there. If you try to save it, you can maybe stretch it a little bit. You know, maybe you can get 29, 30 laps there. So 20, 30, 60, yeah, and then you pit with 13 instead of having to pit with 17 or 18 to go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We've seen this before throughout the season, especially on like the Tuesday and the Thursday nights, where we do see these long runs, but tires become an impact. Sometimes we'll see the leader come down, pit early, and the next car will stay out a long time because they feel they can get that advantage. But when they come down to get pits, obviously the leaders had those fresh tires. That gap can sometimes grow, especially if that leader's got a clean track in front of them and fresh tires. That second and a half can add up real fast, very quickly.
And another thing you got to worry about is if you pit, somebody brings out a caution. And
that doesn't happen.
No, that doesn't happen at all.
Not on nights you're not racing.
Yeah, no. And but this track, this track's probably not that big of a detriment if the caution were to come out. It actually might be an advantage because the track is so big that you're probably not going to go a lap down if you pit. And then if you do go a lap down and you pit and you drive by the leader, then the caution comes out and you've already made your pit stop. You just cycle to the lead when everyone else pits.
Nice. So something that we will be keeping our eye on, especially here tonight too. You can see there, Kyle, on the top of the timing board, Lilith making the return. So going to do a little back to the front challenge here tonight. It's been a few weeks since we've had one of those.
Yeah, so far I think it's two I think so far we've had 2 people win the back to the front challenge. Yeah, so it shows it's not an easy thing to do in this series.
It is
With
not.
how... Sorry.
No, yeah, it's not yet. It's just without, especially late in the season here with these drivers, because I think, Kyle, what you're probably going to get to is a lot of these Rising Stars drivers here towards the end of the season have started to show a lot of pace and a lot of speed, and we are seeing some tight, close racing, especially evident here on our times that we're seeing in this opening practice. They're all real close to each other in timing.
Yeah, and towards the end of the season, you really start to see who's the cream rising to the top for possibly a run for next season. Like, you know, we got Shantosh up in 3rd. We've got Craig Schroeder here up in the top 5 for speed. Well, you have the points leader here, about 4/10 off of the fast time. So whether he's just working on tire saving or, you know, he's just trying not to show his hand at the right before qualifying and have people watch his lap. But yeah, this should be a good race.
It should be great. But even there, Joey Sainz right now 10th on the timing board, but only 4/10 back. So that's just how close it is. I mean 4/10 at a track like this is pretty gap, but in reality, it's not actually that bad. I'd always celebrate that if I was that close to somebody, but that is a tight group. It does separate a little bit towards the top, as you can see. Both Lilith and Matthew Croak there are in the 39.3s. And then we got a couple 39.4s, and then a whole bunch of 39.5s and 39.6s. So it is right on top.
Yeah, and then if you think about it this way, with Joey being 10th and Matthew being 2nd, that's an 8-point split. So that puts Matt up ahead of Joey by 7 points in the point standings.
Yeah, nobody can lock it tonight, but you can definitely build yourself a cushion going into the Rock next week for that championship run. I think that's going to make for a great event tonight, but I think that is all on the championship drivers' minds tonight, because for the most part, I think the top 6 or 7 are still in play. Going to need some help if you're towards the back end of that, but you can set yourself up real nice going into next week.
Yeah, the top 6 are separated by 12 points. I have it here. And the top 5 are separated by 8 points. So Nathan Dufton, he does need some, he will need some help. But Connor Dudek, that is a top 10. Like, what do we have? 19 drivers here? I don't know. I can't do math.
Yeah, it's a top 10. We're going to let you do the math while we're going to step aside for the Stars and Stripes, as they're going to be doing some warm-up laps before qualifying, and then we'll be right back with our 5-minute 2-lap qualifying shootout.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back. Qualifying underway. We're going to be on board here with Corey. See if we can get his camera to load up. And having a little bit of struggles getting the camera to show up for us. We can get it though. Yeah, we can do that.
It's not a concrete track, so we'll have to see how he adapts to this.
I thought you were going to go for a rhyme there, but couldn't get it. There he is. in his motion rig. He's going to come across right now. He is going to be second on the board. Matthew Croak is up at the top of the board. Oh, let's get Corey off of here. And Matthew's going to get heavy into the wall. You're not going to want to do that.
Oh, Corey just got the wall too.
Shantosh right now third on the timing board. He was fast in practice. This is the hot lap. He did not hit the wall coming out as everyone else just did. So let's see what he can get done here on the second lap.
It's running second lane up. That's interesting. Oh, you hear that right rear sliding, getting loose out of 4. So he drops it down below the apron. Yep, nice and gentle. Don't want to upset it. 59. A little slower.
Yeah, a little slower there. How about Joey Sainz? He's going to come across. He is going to go slower. No, he is going to gain. He's going to go all the way up to 4th.
Oh, looking at his time, he ran the outside on lap 1. He ran a 40.2.
Also trying to build up some momentum, but Chris Letts is going to go to 3rd on the timing board. Lilith here looked like potentially just pacing around. I'm not sure if this is full, but we've been watching different lines here in practice. Now going to come down and run that apron.
Probably trying to keep her tires to a 34 to the top of the board.
The bat, yeah. Just 1/100th ahead of Matthew Croak, and I think Joe Ogle will be our final driver to put in a time. How about that? All the drivers, Gal, are going to put in a qualifying time.
Look at that. I love it.
Oh, they're getting close to that wall, though.
This track is funky. If you can basically decide what you want your fast lap to be. If you take it easy on the first lap, you can make it your second lap as your fastest. You got a little bit more heat in the tires. Or if you just send it on the first lap, your second lap's going to suffer a little bit there, like Lilith did. So, almost half a second off of her, or half a tenth off of her fast time.
We've got the 13th on the board, going to continue to run here. You know what else I did not notice, though, during practice?
What was that?
For as many green flag runs I think we're going to get here eventually, I didn't see a lot of green flag pit stop practice.
This track, it's one of the easier pit roads to get on. It's not as rough of a transition.
Way to just take the drama out of all of it.
But hey, if you have somebody on your tail, then yeah. Joe with a...
Yeah, Joe went slow. He went across with a 40.1. His fastest lap was a 40.5, so he's going to stay there. Oh, hey, look! I speak it into truth. Neil Hale is going to do a practice run here. That's what I always did in qualifying. If you're full tilt, might as well.
Yeah, you might as well.
Get a practice hit, so he's going to bring it down.
But, no, the drama is if you want, like, the transition isn't as rough, but if you want to get as much as you can come flying off of 4, just like Neil did there.
You're going to go right back out, practice a pit exit, but that is going to do it. Qualifying is going to come to an end. We're going to pull up our starting lineup here as Kyle's going to get everything set, get these drivers squared away. So going to bring home the pole is going to be Lilith, but we'll be moving to the back with that back to the front challenge here tonight. And starting on the outside then will be Matthew Crook. So that's going to move Corey Sherman. Uh-oh, everybody watch out. Corey Sherman's going to move up, but right now unofficially he'll be starting in 3rd with Connor Dudek to his outside. Row number 3 is going to have Chris Letts and Matt Shantosh. Row number 4, there was your points leader right now. Joey Sainz going to be starting in 7th place, and Craig Schroeder in 8th. Nathan Dufton going to be starting in 9th. Neil Hale in 10th. Larry Brunner starting 11th. Chuck Sowers will be in 12th position. And rounding out your final row will be Joe Ogle and David Gainforth. As the drivers are all lined up here. Where am I going? There we go. They're going to be getting gridded up, get the time off. It is laps, 75 laps. Waiting for that pace car to get rolling. What kind of pit lanes we got? All right, I don't like them. Let's go to this one. All right, so you can see Lilith is just going to get out of the way. Oh, it looked like she was trying to drive it back to the garage. How big of an end of longest line did you give her?
They're like, that's a little much. And
Be a little
one other
dramatic with
driver-
the end of longest line now.
One other driver will be joining her at the end there for missing the drivers meeting, the 44. So that will be something to watch as he is third in points.
Ooh. You don't get points for passing people.
Nope.
All right, so front row, Matthew Croak currently second. How about Corey Sherman? Concrete Corey going to try to spoiler again, and I'm pretty sure no one's excited to see him on the front row with just empty space in front of him. So it's going to be all on Matt here to get a good run out of that corner.
Well, the last time he ran at a track like this, it was a photo finish between him and Jacob, so we could be in for one hell of a show.
Let's see what we are going to get. They are all now getting single filed out. I think Larry and Lilith are arguing on who is in last place. Towards the back, they're getting it figured out.
Should be Lilith because I believe her is the second.
I think they got it sorted. Chat is blowing up right now. Eric is hanging out with us. We got Paul. Mike Stiverson's out here.
The boss.
John Ross is here. Fun fact, John Ross is the one who punted me in that corner on the road course. I have the replay to prove it.
You're starting fights with the viewers.
Here we go. All right, up to the camera. Barney is going to control the start here. They're going to head into the start zone. Green is out, and we are underway in the Elswick E-Sports Rising Star Series at Michigan. Oh, already Joey's up in the wall. Sean Tosh is impacted. Neil Hale. Oh, somebody is going to be using flex tape early in this race. Kyle's going to move up, but turn one, it was already going 3 wide, and caution out here tonight. Big playoff implications. So here you can see Joey rolling in. Oh, the 54 is going to come down, and I think netcode might have played a little bit into that. Let's slow it down here. Let's watch this. So here we can see Green out. They're all coming into the run here. I think the 54, who is that? So Craig here is going to move underneath. And then, yeah, I think there's like a foot gap there. So I think the netcode is going to get into Joey. Joey is going to clip Matt. Neil Hale nowhere to go. He's going to get into it. Oh, huge hit there for Neil. And, oh, Larry with nowhere to go. Larry's going to get into the back of it. So early in this race, a few drivers, I think, are going to be burning that roll of flex tape. Yeah, Neil Hale is on pit road. David Gainforth is coming in. Lilith is going to come in and top off on the fuel. Larry's coming in. Here come Joey Sines and Matt Shontosh in the background. So your points leader coming into tonight. Turn one, lap one. Caution is out. They are going to burn that roll of flex tape, so they are going to be on their best behavior for the rest of the night. Is he going to use it or not? Yeah, he used it, and I thought so did Matt. Yep, so I think they all might have. Doesn't look like, actually, did Larry use his fast repair? I don't think Larry did. Larry did not, so he is going to save it for later, but at a track like this, that is going to hurt. Look who is leading when the caution came out. Corey Sherman. Concrete Corey. Up leading, look calm and collected.
So far, no clean.
Replay would tell me there was a foot gap in between the two cars when they connected. But you know what they say about netcode, Kyle? Netcode shows intent.
Yep, that code shows intent.
I think we need to come up with a fun, like, Prey Mantis nickname for Corey, because the headset kind of looks like a Prey Mantis head. That's where my mind is going.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that. We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it. There we go. All right, they look like they are getting double fouled here, so now it looks like we are getting to go back at it, and Corey is going to elect to start on that outside lane here on this restart. So no claim.
No claim.
No claim. I think it'll be an easy. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be an easy driver panel. But you can't go till after the interviews, anyways, so it doesn't matter.
I gotta do points. There's a funky oval inside of this track.
You like Mike paying attention to the inside of the track now? Like, Paul's in the chat. Paul's probably driven on it randomly during a practice session.
Probably.
Found a way to get there.
I'm something static right now. We're not tied, so I don't see your cameras. But as an admin, I have to observe everything.
We have a question in the chat for clarification, since you just like the rules on the fly. Neil Hale is not a front-to-back challenge driver, so Neil Hale is allowed to use the fast repair. Lilith, though, if it's involved in an incident, is not allowed to use the fast repair, correct?
Correct.
Correct, yes. All right, so clarification there for everybody in the chat that was very anxious to know that answer. Restart here coming. Matthew and Corey on the front row. Connor Dude and Chris Letts right behind them. Top row, not as big of a gap though. Look at there. Matt's going to get him right behind. Corey is going to lead him into turn one. It is Chris Letts and Connor Dudek side by side.
A little bit more calmer start.
Little bit more. 47 was going to say hi to the wall there for a second.
Chris Letts running on that outside.
On the outside, you saw Connor was all the way down. It looked like Corey Sherman and Matthew Cope were kind of splitting it here, and so now the draft train has started.
Now they snake down the front stretch.
But yes, it does look like everybody's a little bit more respectful of the gap at this point. How about Joe Ogle, though, Kyle, up in 7th position, already up 6 spots from the start of this race.
All right, you just got to avoid where they're going when they're wrecking. Don't look at the wreck.
Do not look at the wreck.
Bit of a separation here. The back 5 cars are kind of just, taking their time, letting everybody else wear their tires out. But it's almost like a Daytona and Talladega where you don't want to lose touch of that front pack.
No, but it is a more safe approach. And then not using that fast repair, Kyle, I was kind of talking about it here. At this kind of track, the damage that the 44 has, he's going to go backwards very quickly. And that you can see that gap already. He is already 1.5 seconds back.
Oh yeah, you even look at the wall and get a little bit of damage. You're going to struggle here because it's so fast, and the air means so much.
How about this? I mean, we were just talking about that top 5 or that back 5 kind of separated. This top group here, all the way to 8th or 9th, like they're all right on top of each other. Literally separated by just by 9/10 of a second. Corey Sherman back to Neil Hale in 9th.
Now, what they will be fighting is dirty air. So they get racing like this, they're stuck nose to tail. They're going to be burning that right front tire up, and later on in the run, they're not going to have that drive off the corner. The guys in the back that have more clean air than the packed up front, they're going to be able to run them down.
How much do you think some of these drivers right now, I was going to say, are just trying to save fuel, but here's Lilith trying to put the pass on the 47. Lilith already up into 5th place right now.
I would say the guys in the back are probably trying to save a little bit of fuel. That's why their gap is so big. Right now, Corey's not saving any fuel. First car in line, you're not saving any fuel. you'll burn about half a lap more than, say, second place.
Someone just got into the wall big time there. Trying to see who that was, but there was heavy contact into the wall. Coming out of turn 2, but staying there. But yeah, they are grouped up here. I mean, Lilith is now into 4th position. Tesla's the freshest tires, you know, for what it's worth.
I don't know if anybody got it.
Diverson said he would have checked out by now, and I'm thinking you would have checked out at like the care center.
Yeah, I went back and watched. I didn't see anybody getting the ball. Just kind of got close. It looked like
that close. Maybe just picked up one. There, somebody's in the wall. It is Craig Schroeder. Yep, up in the wall.
Those dirty marbles up there. You get those on your tires, you're going straight for it.
Look at this group battle. Lilith to the inside, big chain to the outside. How much of these drivers start to work together and say, no, let's all create a draft and see if we can hold off the one here?
Well, if they were smart, that's what they do. Last season's tangent, I believe.
Oh, big again. I think the 54 back into the wall there.
It doesn't move. I've tried. It doesn't move.
All right, so I'm noticing everyone's kind of running this middle to top lane. And Will just stay on that bottom yellow line this whole time. When will that start to show a difference?
Run where they're not. You get that clean air. You know, you're just burning up your tires running behind someone on the outside. You know, you can't pass a car that's directly in front of you. So there, she's moved up a lane, going through 1 and 2. 1 and 2 right on the bottom on the yellow line. It's almost less of a degree, so it will get the car a little bit more sideways, especially if you pivot it on between the seams. It's almost like a false apron. Kind of same thing down in here in 3 and 4. If your car's pushing a little tight, you dip that left front down on it. It'll de-wedge the car, put it more on the right rear, give you a bit of a better drive, but it will burn up your tires.
Here we go, right to the back bumper. Gets a run. Not going to take it, though. Just going to hang out. Corey's still leading. Oh, look at this.
Oh, I think Corey might have slipped up there.
Yeah, Lilith to the inside. We might have a new leader here. Drag race down the backstretch.
Or if Corey's just going to let her go and then getting behind and just draft. He's been leading, for 13 laps.
Well, now the first caution is thrown. You're going to win on the Price is Right triple map that you did. The caution's thrown mine out the window. Man, it's still close back here. Look at Connor and Matthew Croak. Matthew Croak is starting to fall backwards, down 2 spots now. Neil Hale to the inside of Chris Letts. I've been seeing some big moves. How about David Gainford? Kyle, he's kind of one of those drivers that needs a lot of stuff to happen to have a shot next week. Up 7 spots into 7th position right now.
So that would put him. I can't do math on the fly.
So yeah, I blame it being on the fly. Yes.
Yeah, I believe that would put him into 2nd place in points if the race were to end right now. But the good thing is we still have 60 laps to go.
We have 60 laps still to go. Lilith is gotten around Corey here and slowly checking away. It's 0.2 of a second. You can see there, Corey not changing the lane, and he just kind of hits that dirty air, and it almost like hits a wall in mid-corner.
Now, and the one thing here is you watch the 2 lanes coming off the corner. Lilith is a lot closer to that wall. Corey's just kind of, staying off of it, breathing it out a little more, but he's also running a bit of a higher line, so maybe he's like, I'm just going to ride here, you're in front, I'm just going to draft and just capitalize on any mistakes.
3 wide down the front stretch right here. John Tosh, Joe Ogle, and Nathan Dupton. They're going to go back to 2 wide heading into 1, but they were 3 wide coming out of the corner. Sean Tosh into 8th spot, trying to regroup from lap 1.
Joe Ogle's got a good damage here, so that won't be helping him. But yeah, now you see the patience, just kind of sitting back and not burning your stuff up. Now you're starting to see the tires come through to the front of the field.
Pretty good battle right here, still between Matthew Croak, but right behind him is Chris Letts, Neil Hale, and David Gainforth.
Well, one thing that shouldn't go unmentioned is the last All-Star race was held here, won by second place Corey Sherman. He won it on fuel mileage.
Oh, so we'll see. That could be something here. I mean, it is, the gap is growing. The first two have checked out. Oh, big wiggle there. Neil Hill catches it on that inside. Got loose. Looked like he caught a little bit of that apron.
Yep, just kind of put that left front right on that apron and bit of a wiggle, and that's all it takes. You lift a little bit, you lose all your momentum.
David Gainforth now in the 6th position. Neil Hill, though, trying to fight back. It is close. There he is, right there.
Blue Signs making a pass on Nathan Dufkin in the back. That's championship implications. You can see the O2 there right in front of him. A few cars up.
Blue Signs up into 9th position. Still battling, though, with Nathan. Nathan also did not use that fast repair or picked up new damage, but he has got some on that rear quarter panel. I feel like we should just pull Sean Tosh in and say, how many more laps can you go?
Oh, God, he would hate us. The entry between these two, the front two leaders here, Lilith and Corey. Lilith arcs it a little more going into the corner, and Corey's kind of more of a straighter entry. Here you see Lilith right up
wall,
right to the bottom. Corey's running a lane up, and then he arcs it down. You see how much farther Corey comes off the corner compared to Lilith, and that. Corey's going to gain a lot of time. Lilith pushed up there coming back too.
Yeah, I was going to say, all of a sudden, it's down to under 0.6 of a second. Now, half a second. He gained a whole bunch of time on that corner exit.
It looks like, I think Lilith's driving in just a little deeper than what Corey is, and that's saving your tires on the front. As Cody Urchin likes to put, you're overdriving, you're driving it in too hard, you're using too much brake. Yeah, here you go, right to the outside. I was just going to kind of keep it more of a straighter entry. Not down as much. Corey's going to drop to the second lane.
Let's see if he's going to gain the same kind of thing he did last time. Not as well, but still has a run here. So under half a second now. The battle box is up.
Now he's starting to get the draft. Yeah, Lilith backed it off there right before the Michigan 3 sign, and you can see where it's... Now she's starting to drive away off the corner. It's a bit of gamesmanship, you know. You start playing with the air, your throttles, and whatnot.
Battle still back here. David Gainforth and Neil Hale. This is actually like the battle on the track right now is between these two for 5th position. How about Gainforth up into the top 5? Really setting himself up for a chance next week.
Has been sneaky good this year. Like, you know, he's top 10ing, top 5ing them to death. You know, just getting points wherever he can. And sometimes that's all it takes. As you can see, the two leaders have just driven away.
But it's 0.3 of a second now. Yeah, they are 2.3 seconds in the lead over everybody else. But Corey is there and starting to get it turned on.
Hey, you know, if you got somebody who wants to take the lead, just let him go.
What lap is it?
23.
Ooh, did I win or is this damage? There's 2 of them. Chris Letts and Chuck Sowers are both on pit road and both have heavy contact. You wonder if they just got into the wall and they're just going to come down a little early here.
Yeah, probably. Is it? Let's see. Chris already had that damage earlier.
That is early.
Oh, Chris, okay. So Chris didn't quite touch the wall. It was close, but he had damage previously.
Look at this, 0.3 of a second. Corey is right there.
And they've just pulled away from the pack. Oh, straight to that bottom, Corey, just lean up. Yeah, look at the time that Corey gains coming off the corner there.
Big run. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to take it. He is going to take it.
Yep.
He's not wait. Oh yeah, shit, definitely.
Oh, cautions pit stops are starting. The O2 is pitting now. He's going to hang tight on the outside.
We were way off.
Yeah, really.
Well, Matt broke there. Oh! David Gainforth, Matt Shontosh, caution out. Ooh, smart move by the 0-2 to not go down pit road. What just happened there? I mean, Shontosh's night, he already took the fast repair. His night is done. David Gainforth was having such a good run. Now you start to wonder, did he take that fast repair earlier? Or is he going to be all right? He did not use the fast repair earlier, so he's going to come back out. But Shontosh's night is probably done. Joe Ogle's on pit road already. Connor Dudek is on pit road. But, man, what happened there to bring out the caution? We're going to watch pit stops happen here with the leaders. And then we're going to go back out and see what just happened. Amanda, we need a what does Corey call his VR helmet? Because it looks like a praying mantis face. We need the name. Help us with this. Here we go. Leaders on pit road. Corey, Lilith, Neil Hale. That's your top three. I hate that pit camera. We're gonna go here. Which one do I want? Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2 I'm gonna want. Just practicing, getting ready. Oh, Lilith slid through the pit box. We're going to be a little bit longer of a stop there. It's going to give some other drivers an advantage. All right, Corey's leaving. Here is race off the pit road. There's Corey. Lilith is still going to come out in second. Neil Hale right behind. All right, so what happened here? All right, so it's a tight group coming on pit road. Something with Gainforth. All right, let's watch. Gainforth is underneath. You wonder if the 59 was trying to come on pit road and Gainforth was going inside to pass. And then the 0-1, yeah, up into the wall. Shontosh nowhere to go. Ooh, Joey Sainz was close into that. Oh, did Joey Sainz get involved in that, I wonder? Here's Joey Sainz' view. How close it was. On the brakes! Oh, no, he did get damaged. Joey Sainz has damage once again. Let's see, where is Joey at here? He is coming out on pit road, so he stayed out there to get some damage repaired.
All right, nobody has claimed that one either.
That was a messy one there.
I have a theory. What?
The chat has a theory as well. Corey Sherman going to go back to that outside lane. What? Lilith coming. Oh, she went back down pit road to top off the fuel. So back in 11th. All right. So Kyle, apparently Corey's VR headset is nicknamed a VCR. Do you even know what that is? I was so offended by that question, he doesn't know.
Oh, sorry.
He's adding a lap to this caution once again.
Nope. I had a restart question. So what was your question?
What is a VCR?
VCR is a video cassette recorder, and it is something found in old people's basements.
It is also the nickname of Corey Sherman's VR helmet.
Ah! Say, I just recommended one to be replaced today.
All right, here we go. Green is out. Corey with a good jump. I feel like it's brighter outside. I feel like we had some overcast there for a minute. Now the sun is out.
Sun's out, fun's out.
Neil Hale into second. Nathan Dufton is in third. Matthew Croak. The storyline right now, Kyle, I was talking about it under that caution, is doing all right in the draft, but your points leader has damage from that last caution. That our left fender is a little bit dented on the 9.
If you can stay in the draft, you'll be pretty good, but if you try to lead, it's going to be a struggle. The left front isn't nearly as bad as, say, the right front, so he might be a little bit better off, but it's still going to hurt his straight away speed if he gets out front.
Yeah, you can see here he's even gapped and kind of unable to close. Probably needs some help, a little bit of a pusher behind. Gainforth now trying to regroup. Gainforth was all the way up now in the 4th position and is now back to 9th. So the march is on once again for the 101.
Yeah, he's got that fast repair. He's got fresh tires.
He doesn't have fast repair anymore. It is gone.
It's gone. Oh, touch that apron.
Oh, out of it.
Get out of it, but yeah, you get out of it. You can see how fast Will closes up on you.
Now to the outside for Lowe. So we saw earlier working through the field on the inside. Now she's on that outside lane.
She learned running that inside, trying to pass everybody. Burned up the right front.
Ooh, Gainforth, don't slide.
He thought about it, but yeah, his head is steam. You can't block inside, outside of 10 to go, so.
Corey leading the way. Neil Hale, though, is right there looking to the inside. Can he get it done, though? Side by side, potentially out of the corner. And the speed Neil is going to tuck in right behind.
Oh, he's not going to drop the apron. Oh, he's going to send it into 1.
Big send there. Might work now for short run speed, but long run game, that is not going to do favors for the 0-3.
It's going to kill both of fronts, actually.
Lilith in this battle with Gainforth has gotten gapped a little bit, almost line. There's 0.6 of a second up on the 1 right now, so work cut out as we're coming to lap 32 of 75 here tonight in the Elswick E-Sports Rising Stars Series.
We've got some overcast, so now these speeds will pick up just a little bit more. The track's going to cool a tiny bit, and they're going to fly.
Looking to the inside, thinking about it. And he's just going to ride it out here for a minute.
Joey, a little loose off the corner there.
He's still back here in that drive. You can see he's really unable to get to the back bumper of the 44 and has the 59 all over his back bumper.
Put it on a little bit of a lower line here and get a bit better of a draft.
They're side by side. Ooh, look at the lead. Battle for the lead here. Neil Hale back to the inside.
Try to get up, pull out that side draft. No, not gonna quite get it. Corey gets that run off for 2, right on the outside.
Gonna try it again here. Not careful though. The 47. You can see the 47 closing in now on Corey's bumper. Neil Hale could get trapped down that on the inside lane.
Hey, you don't want to get freight trained down there. Which is weird to say, because usually you get freight trained on the outside, but here, if you want to make a pass, the outside's the best way to go. But 47's got some right front damage there, so I mean the draft is the greatest equalizer. Besides
right. He's right there. How about Matthew Croak, though? We saw him towards the end of that run starting to fall backwards. I think he's got damage.
Got some right rear damage. He was involved in that that lap 24 caution there coming to pit road.
Yeah, you get some damage. You get some damage. The 54's right there. Craig, he's got damage. Just short track racing.
Well, they do know that you get a bonus point for a clean race. I think they should have read the rule book.
Oh, it's gonna change the championship points now.
Well, hey, so far everybody's got damage. So far nobody's got the. Hey, but here we got a battle for the lead going into 3. Corey's gonna let him go.
I was watching Lilith as well working on Connor Dudek, and Lilith made the pass. But yeah, new leader Neil Hale making his return.
Connor's gonna.
Corey though battling though, yeah.
Corey, wow. Now they've.
Almost slid up. Corey had to get out of the gas.
Did you clear him off the corner? Not That's this is some good racing.
They're door to door like it is the last lap. Even behind them, you see battle for 3rd place. Craig Schroeder and Nathan Dufton are door to door.
Neil crosses him over. He's not beside him, so Corey's gonna get the lap lead here. He's gonna fall up and behind and draft him.
Here comes Lilith in this background pack here. She's to the inside. Sun's back out.
She's loving this. Everyone's racing, so she's just like, all right, keep on racing.
Burn those tires up. I got it.
I don't think it's been said, but we're here again tomorrow in the next gen cars. So you think this race is hectic? Those things are built for draft.
Amanda's in the chat throwing things at Corey, saying, "Calm down. There are still like 40 laps left in this thing."
It's one thing to have a crew chief in your ear. It's the next thing to have a crew chief over your shoulder.
Lilith back into 3rd, but Craig Schroeder is right there on the back bumper, trying to stay with. You hear that throttle management. You can hear bubbling the gas.
I wonder if Corey or Neil's burned up his tires here. Corey's starting to gap him a little bit. Runs a bit more of a lane down. Where he gets that wide straight exit. Oh, Neil gained a little bit on the exit.
You start to wonder here if Corey is not too worried anymore. He's kind of feeling, I got the gap here, just going to hit my marks, because you can see on the relative that number 1 is back in the 3rd position.
Yeah, she's top 3 here. Probably have the cleanest cars, and you got 54 with a bit of front end damage there. So yeah, he sticks with Lilith, and it's not going to hurt him near as bad.
Now, you want to talk about playing spoiler right now. The top 4, all non-playoff drivers. Everyone that's involved in the playoff are 5th through 10th right now. They are all grouped together.
Hey, you know what that means for next week? It's a really tight championship.
It is a really tight championship to see them all there. Joey, though, I think the damage is starting to show here as he has faded to the back of this group. He's really unable to make any type of moves, so he is currently in 10th position. As let's work through our top 10 here really quick. So Corey Sherman leading the way in where he's been almost all race, having battles with a few drivers. Neil Hale currently in 2nd, trying to hold on. And there is Lilith in 3rd, doing the back to the front challenge. Behind Lilith is the 54 of Craig Schroeder. A little bit of damage, but having a good 5 run right now. Matthew Croak, 2nd in points, and is the top placing playoff driver right now, is in 5th position. Connor Dudek is in 6th, up or down 2 spots from where we started, up 2 spots. In 7th is Nathan Dufton. Behind Nathan, having a really good run, up 6 spots, is the 101, Mr. David Dingforth, in 8th position. Your points leader coming into the night, Joey Signs, is down 2 spots, currently in 9th, has damage on the car, and then rounding out your top 10 is Larry Brunner in the 44. So 5 through 10, all still playoff drivers.
That's what we like to see. We want a tight championship going into the last race at Rockingham.
Here we go, bumper to bumper, Connor Dudek and Matthew Croak. teammates there, so you start to wonder, are they trying to work together here to close the gap? Both part of Moo Cow Motorsports.
Moving on up to the field.
Oh my goodness. Kyle's been waiting all season. It's in a sticky note on the monitor.
Exactly. One thing I just remembered is Neil has a new piece of hardware. Neil is now racing in VR. So I've learned that.
Since 5 laps, he's going to get motion sickness.
Oh, hey, you know what? He's been doing lap 43. Yeah, I've learned that VR is worth about 0.2 a lap. So at least it is for me. We'll chalk it up to VR. See, Mike, VR is better.
All right, they've kind of calmed down here. Lap 25 is where most pit for 43, so they're coming to lap 20. Wow, it sounded like they were coming in like at 22, so right around lap 50, but I would say you want to try to get to 50, because if you were pitting lap 25 or 26, it's only one more stop. You pit any sooner than 50, you're stretching it on the fuel for that final run.
Yeah.
Oh, they were all coming way early in for tires.
Yeah. Now, so we noticed that Joey, maybe his damage is starting to affect him. Here's one for you. What if he's saving fuel?
That is a potential. He could just be kind of cruising right now. David Gainford not cruising, up 8 spots, now in the 6th position. And Lilith has made the pass on Neil Hale.
Yeah, that's Neil. I believe that's probably Neil's tires starting to fall off now.
Rory Sherman has an 0.8 of a second lead over Lilith. So we'll watch how much that potentially closes in on these closing laps here before the final pit stop, which I think is in at minimum. No, I think it's 5 laps. If anybody comes down before then, I don't think they have enough fuel to go the whole way. Just me. I don't know.
Oh, hey, we did say 27, so technically that would be...
You said 20. Oh, I said 27. That's right. You said 28.
Yeah, so... So that could be...
In 2 laps.
In 2 laps, yeah. But depends on how many people have stretched their fuel.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Somebody come down pit road.
Well, hey, I mean, the last time... Well, hey, you said we wouldn't have any drama coming to pit road, and, well, I did call a pit road wreck.
It was a pit road wreck.
Yeah, they've all kind of singled out now. Even gap in that second pack there. Now it's just a drafting race.
Roy Sherman still holding on 0.7 of a second, so Lilith did close it in. The last lap, Lilith was 3/100ths of a second faster. Not going to do it. You're going to need to close it in, but being at the tail end of this run, I don't think anybody's showing anything here. It's just kind of...
That's just the tires starting to equalize.
Yeah, see what you can get. Last tow, though, yeah, now it's closing in under... Now it's in within 0.6 of a second. Lilith was 7/100ths of a second faster.
Oh, that's a 10th. We're close to it.
Can't do math.
No, can't do math.
You're rounding.
Yeah, rounding. The M in Wednesday stands for math.
What?
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 I said the M in Wednesday stands for math.
Yeah. Battle for top 10 right here. Nathan Nufkin and Chris Letts. I think the tires are gone on the 44. As he's coming on pit road. Is that 27?
Well, when did they pit last? Lap 24? That would be 20,
Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
Hey, we're both wrong. You were over. So.
So Larry on pit road. He was starting to fade pretty fast. I don't know if that's going to bring anybody else in, though. I think, again, unless they know something we don't, I think you try to go to 50 here.
Yeah, that's a smidge early.
So Larry is out 4 tires and fuel for the 44. Again, those in the chat, if you want to, it is pinned at the top, live timing, so you can kind of see the pits when they're coming down, the timing strategy, all that stuff. Live timing link is pinned in the chat. AKA, look at it.
Watch it. Watch what we see.
All right, so the run has kind of stalled a little bit here for Lilith. Got within about 5 to 6 tenths and it's kind of hovering right there at this point.
Yeah, so that could be tires. That could be just her trying to save a little bit of fuel, you know, going maybe 1 or 2 laps more. But half a second, she's going to start getting more draft help than, say, a second back. That's about where the end of it is. Anything past a second, you're on your own.
Joey Signs getting around Matthew Croak. How about that? Matthew was up further there, so long run speed here for the 0-2. Not really favorable right now, so he's going to want to work this for this final run. Chris Letts has come down pit road at lap 50. But Joey Signs, they are still side by side right here.
It's starting. The 03 said he's pitting this time.
Yep, here comes Neil Hale getting it slowed down. Ooh, I see Connor behind, also coming on pit road.
That was close.
25 to go. Nathan Dufton in the background. Joe Ogle is coming in as well, so yep.
You're right, 50.
Gap gained here. Look at these two, though. 5-second lead for Corey and Lilith right now. All right, which one of them blinks first?
Um,
Is it Corey? Is he slowing
Neither.
down? Oh, here comes Corey.
Oh, Corey. Okay.
Oh yeah,
so-
he had enough gap that he didn't need to worry about it. Getting it slowed down on pit road.
Oh, I figured Corey was gone, so.
And here comes David Gainforth. Joey Signs is coming in. Craig Schroeder, they are on pit road. If you're the one, you're definitely coming down this time then, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have to answer
have
that.
to. Sean Tosh in the smoke machine there.
All right, Matthew Croak. So Lilith and Matthew Croak have not come down pit road just yet.
Now, does anybody take 2 tires?
It
You know?
doesn't.
Nope,
It doesn't
Corey's not.
look. Doesn't look like it.
Corey's out.
Lilith is going to stay out, so she's going to keep the ball rolling here.
Oh, maybe she's going to try some overcut, you know?
Matthew Croak is going to come in, so here comes the 0-2 for their pit stop.
She is. Oh, she's saving fuel. You listen to her going into 3. She's hitting the clutch. Or she's shutting the car off.
Let's do it. Roll bar.
See, car goes silent. She's saving fuel.
No way you can go all the way, though.
No. But you get 3 or 4 laps. You let Corey burn his stuff up. Oh,
there she comes.
Oh, there goes that strategy.
Yeah. All right, gonna slow it down. So everyone's going around her right now, gonna get the lap back. So that will have cycled us through the pit stops. And she is on pit road now. Now, Kyle, one of the pit stops under caution slid through the box, so you do not want to see that happen again here.
No.
Oh! And it's gonna slide through the box again on these old tires.
Oh.
So
Just
on pit road, that's gonna
barely.
cycle. Yeah.
That'll put her That'll probably put her into the thick of the this mess here. With the 101, the 9, the 54, the 44.
I mean, she got close to the wall too coming in, but yeah, now coming out of pit road. But here comes the mess of cars. Chris Letts, David Gainforth, Joey Signs is there, Larry Brunner's there. She's gonna come out behind all of this group.
Oh yeah, no, that's a costly mistake. You don't want to do that.
Or try to join. She's gonna join right in with it actually here.
Wow.
Joey Signs is gonna split the difference. Oh, I thought we were 4 wide for a minute.
Yeah, she sneaks up just in front of Joey, but Joey's gonna have that momentum going into 3 here.
You see they're wiggling on those cold tires. Corey Sherman now is a 1.8 second lead over Neil Hale, and they are 6.7 seconds ahead of this group with 21 laps to go.
I've been there. I've had good races, and I've slid through my box, and it's cost me. It is a painful thing.
I'm gonna work that side draft a little bit on Joey there. Chris Letts is right in front of this group.
Chris Lutz is really starting to put races together.
Ooh, Lil's going to send it low. Going to clear here.
Got those 2 tires. She's got those 4 tires, you know, a couple laps better than these 2, so slide 2 people in 1 corner.
Start to wonder who some of these drivers, like a Joey Sainz, maybe saving for the end to try to get a push.
And just save a little bit more. They can make it on fuel, but you know, just save a little bit of tire.
And if you're Joey right now, you've gone from worried because you were the last place driver in the playoffs, and here you are now the best finishing spot, currently in 5th with an opportunity to keep moving up, but gain 4th, right behind him right now in 6th position.
So that puts Gain 4th, I want to say 3 points behind, no, that would put him 5 points behind Joey.
Joey is going to clear Chris Letts. Now, we've seen Joey do this late in these season runs here where he does show that speed, and all of a sudden he'll just start methodically putting down lap times and moving closer and closer. 19 to go, though, has a second gap to Lilith to finish on the podium.
I think there's such a tire deficit for laps between the 1 and the 1 and the 9 that if they're racing for 4th here, Lilith should just drive away. She might catch Neil, but 9 seconds, 7. Yeah, it'll be close.
It's 5.9 is the gap from Neil to Lilith. We'll start looking at some lap times here. I mean, she is 0.3 of a second faster, so it can potentially.
Yeah.
A lot of work. The guy who's checked out with this pit stop, Corey Sherman, leading the way now, 2.7 seconds. You start to wonder, though, does Neil maybe think he's close on fuel and he is saving a little bit because he is falling back big in the corners. Let's do our fuel check. No.
Yeah, you know what? He might have learned just saving a little bit of tire for the end of the run there. You know, he's got a big gap. He knows Lilith's gonna try to burn her or use her stuff up, trying to catch to him. And once she gets to a certain time, then Neil can just put the throttle down and drive away from her.
Here's a sign of that damage on Joey. So Joey now leading this group. Lilith is 2.4 seconds ahead. That's how quick that gap changed.
Yeah, that damage is not fun. If I were Dave, I'd want to get around Joey as soon as possible.
I think Corey has gone into conservative mode here. I don't think he's pressing and pushing. I think he's saving his tires because Neil in those last couple laps has knocked off like 3 seconds.
3 seconds, 3/10?
No, it was a 6-second gap, and now it's down to 3.
Really?
Yes.
Because I thought it was like 2.4. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe he's doing the same thing. He's just saving his tires and 25 laps.
Maybe I was thinking of the gap to Lilith was 6 seconds. I don't know. Math is hard.
Yeah, because Corey's up now.
All right, he doubled.
One.
Yeah, okay, Corey's not saving. He's pushing because he's doubled the gap. Shush. Ooh, look at this. Gain 4th, though, putting some pressure on Joey Sainz right now. Battle for 4th position.
Dave's got that clean car. You want to get away from the damaged car that's slowing you up. But you want to do it safely and not damage your own car. He's got a bit of a run off of 2, not quite. The cloud is set in again.
And now there's sun in 3 and 4, so. Now I don't know what the weather is in Canada. Okay.
I think it's the sun setting. We had tornadoes yesterday.
Larry Brothers on pit road. Is that pitting too early and having to do the top off here? I think so.
Yep. That's just trying to be sneaky and trying to catch a caution at the right time, but yeah.
Yep, here comes the 44. I think this will just be fuel. Yep, just fuel there. No, he's good in tires too. Why not? They're unlimited.
Yep. Send the tire bill to Mike. He'll pay it. Oh, but look at this. Lilith has caught Neil.
Yeah, 1.1 seconds is the gap. Yeah, right there.
So
13 laps to go.
So is this just Neil saving his tire? Well, she's pushing hard. She nearly caught that wall.
Yeah, there's no saving here. With under a second now, 8/10 of a second. Lilith is closing in. Corey, though, still 5.4 seconds up. So I don't, unless Corey has a big mistake or a caution, I don't think first place is really in a threat right now.
Well, she's what, gained 3 seconds in.
Yeah, but she's only about a tenth faster though the last lap, so it's not.
Yeah, that could be the tires starting to wear too.
Yeah,
that's just.
All right, here we go. 4/10 of a second now. So you start to wonder though with these older tires, does she hit a wall maybe and just unable to really clear it? And as these two battle,
yeah, she got on the throttle big time, a lot earlier than Neil. She hit that wall.
Gonna get the run. Oh yeah, she's right on that back bumper now.
Send it to the outside or see it to the bottom. Yep, Neil's gonna cut the top off. She's gonna go to the bottom.
Full send load here.
Full send. She's gonna push up.
Neil not letting out though. He's staying with it. Neil's no slouch. You can see that green spoiler, Kyle. That means he was a playoff driver last season.
Yep. He got his first win at North Wilkesboro, actually.
That's a Lilith into second place now. Corey 5.7 seconds ahead. If we don't have anything, if he was saving tires, now's the time to pull them on.
10 to go.
Means they can block.
Now they can block.
Joey Sainz has survived the threat of Gainforth, but it is 5.6 seconds for Joey to get back up into the podium. But when you're coming in the points leader in the playoffs, and right now you're leading all the playoff drivers, you're okay with that.
Yep, you got to finish first.
How about this? Matthew Clozo is under pressure. Nathan Dufton now is closing in. So second place in points coming into the night under some pressure. Neil Hale is still hanging on with Lilith, 7/10 of a second, not letting go. 9 to go.
So quick math here, the top three. So it'd be Joey, Matthew, and Gabe Gainforth. It'd be a 3-point deficit to Matthew and a 5-point deficit to Dave.
Ooh,
that would be the top three.
That's a cushion, but probably wanted a little bit more heading into next week's championship run. But hey, I would tell you right now, Kyle, they are all probably thankful that the 26 was not one of those playoff drivers with the run that Corey has had here late in this season. On pace right now, still 5 seconds up, although Lilith is cutting into it, but it is a 5-second gap coming to 7 laps to go. Corey Sherman looking to pick up another win on the season.
Oh, 5-second gap. Why push your stuff, you know? Don't hit the wall, just keep her safe and just keep the gap. Well, sorry, I had to do a little bit more math. It would be a 4-point lead between Joey and Matthew. Forgot to account for the 54. A bad night for Larry Brunner here.
Wait, is this right? How am I looking at this with the 26? The 4 races that Corey has participated in prior to this, Corey has won all 4. So he's going to keep his 100% win streak alive, essentially, with 7 laps to go. Yeah, I'm 100% attempting to jinx this.
Hey, you know what? Keeps this up, that pretty much makes him ineligible for next season. He'd have a podium in over 50% of his starts. I believe that's what the rule is.
Oh, here we go. Kyle's making up rules as we go again.
Hey, no, that's in the rule book.
And Dave,
Yeah.
there is supposed to be a bonus point for race.
Yeah. Well, Lila's gained a little bit, but yeah, still.
Yeah, 4.8 coming to 5 to go. Now Corey is going to hit some traffic here, but I just 5 laps is a big ask as Corey's just going into turn 1 and Lil's just past the start finish line.
She'd have to win the second lap.
That's a tall order.
Yeah, with them at 41 seconds each, yeah, it's just not gonna happen.
But then look at here though, a group of cars. Matthew Crow, Craig Schroeder, Nathan Dufton, and Connor Duda all right here on top of each other. This is a battle for 6th position.
And this is points between Connor and Matthew. So this is
and Dufton, he's part of this as well.
And up just a little farther, the 101 and the 9 are still together, but I believe the 44 is trying to pass them. A lap down.
Yeah, he is a lap down. Chris Letts is on pit road. 4 to go.
Yeah, that was probably fuel.
If you're Joey, you're probably happy about the 44 right now. If
Yes.
you're gain 4th, you're probably not in the best of moods.
No, definitely not. But I mean, hey, that's tires. You know,
Ooh,
you got past your tires.
Door to door here, the 47, the 54, and the 59. These are playoff points right here, so this is a big race between all of them. Three to go.
And one thing to
Oh, caution almost came. Oh, it was close. Woo!
that was net code.
Everyone in the chat who's been saying there was a water bottle almost got what they were hoping for right there. All right, 59 is going to get another run. Be the longest 2 laps of Corey here. Well, the 1 lap just trying to get to that white flag. They're side by side again.
There's nothing worse than going into 3 on the second last lap here, and caution is out. That happened last night. It's not fun.
All right, so 59 going to clear. He's going to slide up. Oh, that's close. He's going to clear. Yeah, it looks like he's going to clear. As Corey is going to come across here. White flag is in the air. No more cautions here tonight. And right now holding on to a 4.5 second lead is Corey, looking to keep that 100% win probability alive. I was going to say streak, but it's not a streak because it's not 4 in a row.
Oh, hey, it's 4 starts, so it's technically 4 in a row for him.
Go do your points.
Hey, The Undertaker had a WrestleMania streak, and he missed WrestleManias every now and then.
There we go. All right. Coming out of the corner, Corey Sherman going to pick up win number 5 here of the season at Michigan. Lilith is going to come home in second. So close to the back to front challenge. And Neil Hale on the return. Going to come home in third. Whew, what a race. That was
That was a race.
just a good couple cautions, but
Just a couple cautions to keep it interesting and some strategy there at the end. So, all right, I'm gonna go do points and committee too.
yeah, you got two committee races to go figure out. All right, so we're going to let Kyle go do that. We're going to go find some drivers and pull them up for some post-race driver interviews. Corey Sherman bringing home the win. Going to do some burnouts. Oh, going to wreck the car. Owner's not going to be happy. All right, let's pull him up
keeping the win streak going. 5 races, 5 wins. These playoff drivers are lucky, Corey, because you are having an amazing run here in the Rising Stars Series. But what a race for you tonight.
Yeah, I'm usually I'm not fast on short runs at Michigan, but I definitely I'm better in the long runs. And Lilith was fast tonight, and I'm surprised she didn't pit when I did, because that gap, I was hoping that she'd burn her stuff up trying to catch me.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the chat, and then there was also a little bit of a unlucky pit stop there, slid through the box. But so what was going through your mind though as you're watching on that relative? Obviously, not so much maybe after that final pit stop, but leading up to that. Did your mindset change? I know you and Neil were battling, but then as soon as you saw that number 1 pull up in that relative, did your mind shift change and say, all right, I can't focus on Neil anymore. I got to hit my marks and keep this gap going?
Oh yeah, I was keeping an eye on how close she was getting, and then I saw it start to plateau off with about 7 or 8 laps to go. So I figured there wasn't enough time unless I hit the wall or messed it up myself. So I just tried to hit my marks and bring this 26 home victory lane again.
Well, there you go. Now Kyle's thinking it might be kumbaya for you here in the Rising Stars. 5 races, five wins. Now tomorrow night, same track, different car. Do you learn some things that you can take to it tomorrow night?
Yeah, a little bit. Basically, some fuel strategy. I haven't tried the next gen in here yet, so not really sure how different that's going to be. But I just know tires and fuel's going to be huge at Michigan.
Well, there we go. Well, you're going to come home tonight. Race winner, 100% win probability for you. Still rolling. 1 race left. But, Corey, I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys, Cyber Thunder, and you guys doing the broadcast, all the admins and all that. Great league to be in. Elswick E-Sports for sponsoring the Rising Stars, Savage Edge, and give a shout out to my fans out there, Philip Van Vliet, Chris Legoo. I think my wife's watching, my parents are watching, so hopefully we put on a good show for you guys.
That you did. Appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow night, and congrats again here on the win.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, let's get him out of there. Let's move in your second place finisher, trying to go back to the front. Almost had it, but just slid through that pit box on those old tires. What was going through your mind on that final pit stop there, Lilith?
Frick.
Yeah, if you're looking back, do you regret? You think you should have pit early, or do you feel that strategy was still going to work out, and just that one little mistake kind of threw that strategy out the window for you?
I think my strategy could have worked if I didn't screw up, but I would have pit a lap earlier, yeah.
Well, you were working through the field. We saw you catch Neil there pretty quick. What was it like working the traffic? Was it just trying to get in that clean air everywhere you could? Top, bottom, didn't matter. As long as it was clean air, you figured you can get around them?
Yep. I had fun.
Well, there we go.
Interesting.
I hopefully not as caution-filled as last night is what I'm hearing. So hopefully a little bit more green flag and full throttle racing for you tonight. We're going to come up just 1 position short of that back to front, but put on a good show, good battles all night, and then just had that pit stop. But Lilith here, I'm going to turn the floor over to you for a second place finish tonight.
I was big congratulations for Corey. He's improved a lot since I was last year. And Neil too, actually. Very good podium here. Wish I could have gotten my 1 win, but I'll take a second. I'd like to thank my sponsor here, Luna's Steak Sauce. You can get it at foxfirefoods.com. Thanks, Caleb, for sponsoring the series. Elswick E-Sports. Know you're watching from up above. And thanks for broadcasting, Chris.
We appreciate you coming out. I got your driver in out here. See a little code out there for you in the chat for that Luna Steak Sauce at
Crazy Cat 1.
There you go. Yep, over at foxfirefoods.com. Congrats again, second place, and we'll catch you at the next event.
Bye.
All right, let's get her out of there and let's pull up Neil Hale making their return. Almost up on a second place there, but going to come home with a third place run. You and Corey were battling. Do you feel you burned the tires up during that battle?
Yeah, I feel like I burned them up pretty good. I thought I was saving them all right. That's why I waited so long to make a move. But I got around him for a second there, and then he slingshot right past me again, and then I couldn't do anything else after that. So I'm pretty sure I burnt him up trying to do that.
Now, in that final run there, when Corey got around, and did you go into tire safe mode at all to see if you could try to hold off Lilith as long as possible, or was it just more at that point you figured the tires were shot and just try to hold on to a third place?
Well, whenever we first got done with our green flag pit stops, I was like a second and a half behind Corey, and I figured if I can save my tires better than I did last run, then I should be able to catch up with him again in the end. But he never slowed down, so it didn't work out the way I wanted to. And then when Lilith started catching up, I decided to, put the heat on a little bit and see if I could stay in front of her, and I couldn't stay in front of her either. But to be honest with you, I'm extremely happy with the third place finish, especially after getting my VR and this being my second race running with it. So.
Well, there you go. Well, the elitist Kyle in the chat was saying that VR is the way to go. So second race for you is VR way to go?
Absolutely. I will never go back to monitors again.
There we go. You've heard it here first. VR the way to go. I went the other way. I went from VR to monitors and don't know if I could go back to VR.
I tried to set up so I just upgraded my GPU and I tried to set up double monitors. But I couldn't, it wouldn't work for me for some reason. It wasn't detecting it, but I wanted to see if that could work too, but I don't know, it wouldn't work.
Well, you're going to get it done here tonight in that new VR setup, a third place finish, reminding these drivers that at one point you were a playoff contender in this series. But Neil, I am going to turn the floor over to you.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody at Griffles who watches me race. I'd like to thank my parents, Pete and Christy Hale. I'd also like to thank our sponsor. I'm sorry, I don't run this series anymore, so I'm not entirely sure who the sponsor is for this particular series, but I'd like to thank them as well. And I'd like to thank Reaper Racing for having me on their team.
There we go. The Elswick E-Sports Rising Star Series is glad to have you out here. Congrats on your third place finish, and hopefully we'll catch you at the next event.
Oh, I didn't realize it was still Elswick Esports. Thank you, Elswick Esports, for putting on this great show, man.
There we go. You notice my subtle reminder. All right. Congrats again, Neil, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. That is your top three here tonight. Michigan is in the books. That means we got one race left to crown a champion. But let's look at our finishing results here tonight before we pull up the unofficial points. Corey Sherman going to bring home the win. Lilith Peters will come home second. Neil Hale third. We just talked to all those three. Joey Sainz is going to be the top finishing playoff driver in fourth, which will help him continue that points lead into next week. How about David Gainforth, a top 5 finish? Matthew Croak is in sixth. Connor Dudek comes home 7th, Nathan Dufton 8th, Craig Schroeder 9th, and Larry Brunner going to round out your top 10. And then behind there, Chuck Sowers, Chris Letts, Joe Ogle, and then Matt Shantosh, who was involved in some earlier race melee, going to come home in 14th position. Let's pull up the unofficial points with one race left. Just bonus points are not included. Joey Sainz is going to hold on to that first place with a 3-point lead unofficially. I think Kyle's math says it's going to be a 4-point with some bonus points. Matthew Croak is in second. Gainforth 2 points back and are only 5 points back from the lead, is going to jump to third. Larry Brunner's going to fall to fourth. And then it is Connor Dudek, Nathan Dufton, Nathan Manwaring, and Christian Delgado. So next week, I would say the top 4 potentially are all in play for a championship. Can the regular point seasons champion get it done in that number 9 car, Joey Sainz? You'll have to tune in next week and check that out. Speaking of which, if you have not yet, hey, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on, come join us. We're in the championship week here. Tomorrow night, we'll be back at it at Michigan in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. 5 drivers will move to 3, so 2 drivers in each division are going to get eliminated tomorrow night to take us to 3 drivers, as they will then head to, I think, Vegas for their championship race. I might be wrong on that, but I believe it is Vegas, but we'll see. But tomorrow night, back at it at Michigan. Everyone enjoy your Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow night. Later.
Thank you.